Okay, if you're like me, and I'm sure you're not, when you think of the great colleges of the United States, you think of Harvard, of course, Yale, and the University of the Psychic Science. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, direct from the campus in Yucca, Arizona, the Dean of the University of Psychic Science, Dr. C. Ralph Campo. Dr. Campo. How do you do? Nice to see you. Have a seat. So you're the dean and the founder of the Psychic University, or University of Psychic Science.
Correct.
And are you yourself psychic?
Oh, yes, that's how I teach other people to become psychic.
Well, it can be taught, then?
Oh, yes.
How old were you when you realized you were psychic?
Actually, 33.
Mm-hmm. 33 years ago, or at the age?
No, 33 years I was when I discovered that I had psychic powers. And when I was a child, I had some experiences, but I did not know that they were related to
Later
psychic.
you found out, yeah.
Yeah.
And now they come to you on a regular basis?
Oh, yes.
Visions, are they?
Not only visions, anything that has to do with healing. I teach this to other people that need to be free from fears, free from phobias, free from any type of ailment and sickness, because we have relate everything to the mind correspond to the physical body. Like, for example, the right side of your body is the male.
Don't touch my knee or I'll take you out, seriously.
The left.
How was your summer, doctor?
The left side of your body is the female. So when you hurt your right foot, that means that you want to kick a man. When you want to hurt your left foot, that means you want to kick a woman. The right hand, when it hurts, means that you don't want to give. You're afraid to pay. And the left hand, you're afraid to receive any type of what we call adulation and so on. Oh, by the way, Mickey Rooney's wife, Janice, said to say hello to you. She thinks that you're one of the sexiest men alive.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but then she married Mickey Rooney.
Well, but she still has the desire.
Oh, good. Well, also, now did you get that psychically, or do you know this woman?
No, I know her only by phone. She saw me on some television program on radio, yeah.
And that was the message she phoned up with?
Well, she said, when you go to see him, tell him that I was excited to meet him.
Please give her my best. I appreciate the compliment.
Also, Mr. Ken Kramer from KSDO, who always vouched for you on that, he said to say hello to you. So I'm going to relate the message.
And as far as he's concerned, I'm one of the sexiest men alive?
No, he didn't say that.
All right. Tell us about the activities there on the campus of the University of Psychic Science.
Well, people come with all type of problems.
What's the enrollment there?
There is no enrollment fee. It's just a donation, whatever they want to. They want to study with me.
Study and research center.
If they want to study, then they have to follow a program. But if they need to come for any type of help, then they come and we change their consciousness. And those that cannot come, we do that by mail quite often, by sending them. Yes, we do that by mail because we make tapes, and the tapes produces a new pattern in the subconscious mind by reversing the negative patterns within. Yeah. In one word, when somebody has fears, it's caused by a wrong impression, and that impression will remain in your subconscious mind as long as you allow that fear to remain there. But if you begin to let it go and replace it for a positive pattern, then suddenly, and this is done with electronic music, and it's done also with acupressure. That's why I touch your knee, to see your reaction.
Yeah. Did you fly up here from... Did you fly up here from Arizona?
Yes,
Let me ask you a question. I don't mean to be a smart aleck or anything, but how'd you get through the metal detector? Seriously, because these things here...
I psyched them out. That's what I did. Let me tell you something about you. If I touch you right here, let's see your reaction.
Ah!
That means you have very bad temper. That you lose your temper and you break things.
Yeah, well, but you know, I mean, you snap anybody's finger off.
No. I just touch you in an area that goes to an area that shows to people with bad temper.
No, I don't think so. I disagree, because I think sometimes when you're on television and the adrenaline comes up and the lights and the camera, sometimes it's sort of fun to overdo things. And I just didn't know if you knew exactly where you were.
Oh, come on. Don't give me that. I see your psychic self trying to get by with something you know it's true.
Yeah, okay. Do you ever see a day where, now this is still sort of, I don't want to say in the shadows, but it's not exactly considered to be mainstream societal America. This is not the hard and fast research of MIT or Duke or any major research institution in the country.
Because they are very, very living in the dark.
Right, but do you ever foresee an age when it will be just the opposite and it's a commonplace, it's the way of life?
Sure. Actually, this is the month of October. And how do you write your checks? What number you write for October?
Well, I actually have a man who writes my checks for me.
Well, what is the number he writes?
Well, it would be 10.
Well, it's October's 8. So you're living a lie in the calendar because November means 9 and everybody writes 11. And December means 10, while September 7, they write 9. So we are living a lot of things that are not true. Like, for example, Christmas.
Oh, so you're saying just because we don't now doesn't mean someday we will?
Of course, the veil will begin to unveil. And Shirley MacLaine was one that brought a lot of light to a lot of people. I consider her like a prophet of the metaphysical world.
Do you do any of that? Do you do any channeling? Do you believe in... Have you lived before?
Oh, yes, and you too. You were a doctor in a previous life. That's why you make people laugh. Like, laughter is the greatest medicine in the world. And that's why in a
we're
previous
losing
life...
some patients here tonight, aren't we, Doctor? But now, see, I tend to be very skeptical, and I think most people are, only because everybody wants tangible evidence. They want something that they can hold or feel or see. And when you suggest that in a previous life you were... What did you say you were in a previous life?
Myself?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was a woman.
Yeah. See, now that's... I think that seems far-fetched. What evidence do you have of that?
Okay, there is an exercise done in front of a mirror with candles and a glass of magnetized water, and you pronounce...
Magnetized water?
That's correct. It's called in church holy water.
Oh.
We call it magnetized by
water.
utilizing our hands, placing your fingertips around it, and pronouncing certain sounds. Now, no electricity can be shown then, and as you request to see who you were previously, your face begins to disappear, and suddenly the face of who you were before appears, and sometimes 10 or 12. You might laugh about it, but it's a true exercise that we show people.
I mean, but I know that won't happen.
Oh, yes, it will if you try it.
Well, no, you could try it. I think you could try it from now to Labor Day, and it wouldn't happen.
It's not hypnosis because the students in the room can see the changes of the student that is being regressed, and they can see actually the physiognomy changing. And most of the comedians were doctors. I didn't say you because I never regressed you. I was just supposing. Because Bob Hope used to be, Phyllis Diller used to be a nurse in a previous life.
Bob was a doctor, Phyllis was a nurse?
That's correct.
It's the University of Psychic Science. I tell you what, come back in a couple of months and we'll continue chatting along these lines. Nice to meet you, Doctor. Happy Halloween. Thank you very much.
We'll be back in